Did you know there are 5 common daily habits that could be aggravating your knee arthritis pain? Hi guys, my name is Alex Blazewski. I'm a physiotherapist from Growing Younger Fitness, and I have 21 years experience of working with people over 40 in a private practice. So I'm going to start with habit number 1, which is kneeling. Okay, so you see, when you kneel, you essentially put a lot of stress on right on the kneecap area. So it pretty much jams your kneecap right against the femur, which is your thigh bone. Now, if you have a bit of wear and tear or the wearing out of the cartilage in that area, it will actually irritate that whole part of the joint even more, causing more inflammation, more pain, which could actually last for a number of days. Now, one particular activity that I see a lot of kneeling in people over 50 is gardening. So if you have a garden and you like to potter around, you like to plant some seeds or pull some weeds, it very often it involves kneeling. It involves getting down on the ground, and unfortunately, the pain may not come straight away, but quite often, after spending half an hour kneeling down on the ground, you could actually end up in quite a bit of pain afterwards. So my advice to you, if you can help it, if you do a bit of gardening, is to actually utilize raised garden beds, so you don't have to kneel as much. Or alternatively, if you really have to kneel down on the ground, just use some kind of cushioning. You could take a piece of foam, place it under your knees, and just kneel on that. But keep a close eye on how your knees are feeling while you're in that position. Any sign of a flaring up or any sign of discomfort, you should stop kneeling and give yourself a bit of a break. Now, habit number 2 is pivoting. Okay, so pivoting, you might be thinking, I'm not doing any pivoting, but trust me, you are. So think of activities such as getting out of bed or getting out of the car. So getting out of the car is a good example. So the way you can change it, or the way you can minimize the pivoting, is instead of kind of putting one leg out and then kind of pivoting or swiveling yourself on it, you could bring your both legs, bring them and place them on the ground. So turn your whole body and place your both feet down on the ground, and then get up, rather than pivoting and twisting on one leg as you're getting out. Okay, you can't completely eliminate pivoting from your life, because even when you're walking and suddenly changing direction, there will be some pivoting involved. Okay, but these kind of major activities that involve a lot of pivoting, such as getting out of the car, maybe getting out of bed sometimes, that you should try and minimize those type of activities as much as possible. Now, why is pivoting bad for your knees? So if you think of it, when you put the weight on the leg, so you are compressing the joint, and then you're also twisting it. So it's kind of think of it as a bit of grinding going on through the joint. Now, if you have arthritis in your knee, which means your cartilage is already worn out, so it's a little bit like sandpaper against sandpaper. Now you're putting load on your joint, on the cartilage that's already damaged, and then you're giving it a good twist. As you can imagine, this is not going to feel very comfortable for your joint. So that can cause more inflammation, more pain, and this could actually leave you feeling pretty uncomfortable for a couple of days if you do a lot of pivoting. And habit number 3 is not stretching the muscles around your knee area. Okay, so there are 3 major muscle groups that cross your knee joint. So the first one is quadricep, which is right on the front of your thigh. It's coming down, and the fibers they form what's called patellar tendon, and then sort of those fibers go through your kneecap. So that's on the front. You've also got the hamstring, which is on the back of the leg, kind of in the back of your thigh, and also the calf muscle. Okay, now if you have knee arthritis, these muscles often they become tight. Okay, so they're trying to protect your knee joints, and in doing so, they become tight over time. Now, if you don't stretch those muscles, they just become tighter and tighter and tighter, and they eventually could actually become a source of pain themselves. So how to stretch your these three muscles, you can actually check out my other videos where I demonstrate exactly how to do it. Now, habit number 4 that can cause a flare-up of your knee arthritis pain is drinking alcohol. Okay, so whether you like to drink a bit of wine, beer, or spirits, now alcohol is known to cause flare-ups of inflammation. Okay, so it's a proven fact that when you drink alcohol, it will increase the level of inflammatory markers in your bloodstream. And as we know, arthritis is an inflammatory condition. So a lot of the pain that you're getting with knee arthritis is attributed to inflammation. So if you drink alcohol and that increases your inflammation even more, then clearly it's not helping your pain levels, and it only is going to make it worse. Now, I'm not suggesting if you enjoy your drink, I'm not suggesting you completely stop it, although that probably would help. But if you can at least minimize it, you'll probably feel that it makes your knees feel better. All right, and the final bad habit number 5 that can cause a flare up of your knee arthritis pain is a bad squatting technique. Okay, so when you squat in your day-to-day life, as in if you're trying to pick something up from the floor, if you're trying to move a piece of furniture, uh, if you're not squatting right, it places excessive risk on your, particularly on your knee joint. Now, as you can see, my knees are going over my toes, so that's a bad squatting technique. So the way you should be squatting is you should be bending your hips and your knees. So you should be hinging through the hips, and you should bring your hips back. Okay, so if you make sure that you bring your hips back, your knees are never supposed to go over your big toe. So if you see your knees going over your toe, that is not a good sign. Okay, so if you can fix your squatting technique, that will inevitably help to improve your pain levels. So in this video today, we've covered 5 bad habits that you should try and avoid to improve your knee pain levels. Hopefully you can implement some of them, and let me know if that helps. You're welcome to leave your comment in the comment section below. I would really appreciate it. I'd like to know your opinion and to see if this advice has actually helped you. Okay, all the best for now.